Morning. How's it going? Just stopped in at Bunnings this morning. I just picked up that Ekodeck that I couldn't get from that other Bunnings store yesterday. Picked up a couple of other things for a new job tomorrow that we're going to. Today, not too much happening on site. Plaster should be here this morning. Got a doctor's appointment for my jaw, because I've got a broken jaw at the moment, if not sure about that. So I got another check-up with a specialist, see how it's going. And I've also got a meeting at 2 o'clock for another job. So I'm just going to be running around a bit today. I'll go on site, help the plasterer out for the morning, and then in between I've got a few errands I'm going to get done. But yeah, and last night went to that Master Builders Roadshow, which is, so if you don't know, Master Builders is, they are like an association, I guess, and they help out tradies and stuff. So I'm like a member there, and then I'll do all my contracts are through them. So, and they have a team of like legal people and teams of building experts and stuff. So if I have a question about a code or a building concern or a legal concern, I can just give them a call, and they're awesome. Then they do this yearly event where they talk about the industry and stuff, and they have suppliers go out there and stuff too. And big thing coming up at the moment, well, last week, 1st of May, a heap of new changes came in, and there's some more changes coming in as of the 1st of October to the codes, to the NCC. So stuff like accessibility and stuff. So thresholds at the front door is going to be one level, no step. From, I believe, I'm not 100% on all this, but this is from my knowledge. I've obviously got to read up on it, but I believe from your street or your driveway there's going to be no step to your front door for all new homes, so that accessibility, so that someone in a wheelchair, they can just wheel right through. Other things like door openings have to get bigger, I believe to 870. Hallways are going to be bigger, so which is going to shake up the industry a bit. All these changes as well don't just affect new homes. If you're doing a reno and you do 50% of works or more to your house, then your house has to come up to that standard. So say if you extend at the back, say at the moment your footprint's only 100 metres squared, and then you change it to a 200 metre squared house, then that 100 metres that's existing, if you have doors in there, you have to open them up to 870s, which would mean you're pretty much building a new house. So, and there's other changes, not just that, but there's a heap more. So it's going to all be a bit interesting coming up in the future. But I guess for me, in a personal position, is that I'm kind of just coming through the ranks and, you know, getting used to it and understanding it. So I get kind of a bit easier for me, because I guess I'll just be a brand new slate, as I'm already just reading up and learning on it all now. But for a guy that's probably been in the industry for 20 years and they've been building houses one way into certain codes, and to come and shake it all up, it's definitely going to be a bit more of an issue for the guys that are hanging around. But I guess on a personal view, a little bit of an opportunity just to grow with it, with all the new changes, and they are what they are. And but yeah, it'll be an interesting couple of years coming up. So I guess with all that, I guess you could say all of that may be negative stuff, but there was supplies there, and a cool new product that's come in that I've seen online and seen overseas a lot. It's Weedy board, which is I think it's styrofoam, but it's waterproof. So you can chuck it up in your bathrooms and stuff like that, and once you install it, it's instantly waterproof, which would get out of the hassle of putting Villa board on and then having to put a waterproof membrane on top. So I'm all about it, I reckon. I haven't used it. I asked the guys last night, they said that it's all to Australian standards, got the tick of approval and everything like that. So as soon as I get an opportunity to use that product, I reckon I'll definitely be giving it a go, because it just makes sense. Rather than chucking up Villa board and then having to get a waterproofer in and then waterproofing it, you can install the sheets and they're instantly waterproof, so it just takes out. The guys reckon you could install it, and then the actual, I think it's called 610, that goes around the internal and exit corners and on the joins. Apparently that will be dry in 30 minutes, and the tiler can start laying tiles 30 minutes after you install the last bit of 610 in the internal and exits. So pretty revolutionary, I reckon. And because the other thing in all those codes too, you're going to have noggings and blocking for grab rails in the future in your bathroom. So I believe all walls have to have blocking, so which would mean you're pretty much going to ply sheet your whole frame in your bathroom. So I guess that's going to add a little bit of time and cost. But if you've got a product like Weedy Board and you chuck that up, it may balance it out just to be at the same cost. So, but yeah. Got that board cut up there for that last piece, and when I've cut it, I like to cut it through with a bit of 80 grit, chamfer off that edge. Yeah, nice and lovely, that board. Nice gaps on there. And I'll cut this one, but because I've got, this will be a pain to get that, I'll cut the back of the lip of the Ekodeck. I'll show you after I've cut it, and then that way I can just drop it in, and then there'll be a screw on top of that. So just for this final board here, just to drop that in, because I've got these packers here, fixing packers, I've ripped off the edge, so the bottom there, so this can just drop on top. Then I'm going to have a fixing there of screw, and the only job of that backing piece there is to lock in these boards, but for this sake of this last one, I can just put a screw right on top. You can really just see it, there's only a little bit of pencil, so I always just keep an eraser with me, rub out any pencil marks. For each one of these screws I go a 3mm, and then a countersinker, and then the bit. Another day done. Just on site for about 2 hours today. Finished off that Ekodeck, which is sweet. Plasterer was there, he's setting away. Back to sand tomorrow. Had a good doctor's appointment, jaw's going well, and just finished off looking at another job for a client, which will be a good one. Don't want to give away too much just in case, just in quoting stages, so always enjoy quoting stages. It's good to really get your head around a new job, start afresh, all that stuff, so it's good. But another thing from last night's Master Builders thing, which was interesting, I don't think I mentioned before earlier, was they reckon coming into 2023-2024 financial year, there's going to be a shortage of 10,000 carpenters just in Brisbane apparently. Now, I'd imagine they work that out by just working out the new homes or renos coming up in the pipeline, and how much time a carpenter would be needed on each one of those projects, and at the moment we're just lacking a bit apparently, so it's pretty interesting. So we just need some more young fellas to come through the trades. So but, yeah, I'll probably finish up the video for today, and tomorrow I'm on a new job, so we're not going to change it to carport posts. Some of them are just kind of hanging there. The bottom of them have been all wet rot, and so they're just sitting there. But yeah, catch you tomorrow.